Standing at a crossroad in the dead of night, waiting for the dark to fade.
This is probably, if I had to pick the song that's the most personal, the most meaningful to me, it would probably have to be this song, Only You. And the fact that it is the title track of my record is beyond special for me. People ask me all the time where song ideas come from, and the answer is everywhere and anywhere. I've gotten song ideas from sermons, from conversations, from books, from TV shows, from just driving along thinking. But I've never had an idea come to me like this one, and it's kind of a cool story. For a couple months, my husband Brian and I had been dealing with some very frustrating circumstances that were just completely out of our control. Things, just life coming at us. And it felt like as soon as we would get back up from one thing, something else would come in and knock us down. And, our human nature is to stress and to get frustrated and to try to fix things. It's how God made us. But I was just feeling pretty exhausted by it all, by all these outside circumstances that I could not control. And I laid down in bed one night and I just couldn't sleep. And finally, at about 3 or 4 in the morning, I got up and I came up here to this room in our house. And I started playing the guitar. And I was just praying and talking to the Lord about it all and trying to listen for what He was maybe trying to tell me that night. And it, as clear as day, I heard the Lord say, Karyn, at the end of your life, none of these circumstances are going to matter. And that night, the words "Only You" just kept running through my head. That's all I was hearing that night. And so I wrote down a few lines, and I knew that I was supposed to write it with Sarah Hart, which was was clear as day that night. And I went back downstairs and fell right to sleep. And so a few days later, I was writing with my friend Sarah Hart, and I just threw the idea out to her. I told her the story, and she has such a heart for the Lord and such a heart for ministry that it didn't take long to before she just jumped right on the idea. She got it immediately. And this song wrote itself in about 25 minutes. And I've never had that experience since. I've never had it again. But this is such a fitting title for my record, because when it was all said and done and when this album was finished, outside of the industry accepting it and will it sell and all the things that seemed important, what was most important for me was knowing that I did what I did with this record for the Lord above all things. And at the end of all of our lives, there's only one thing that's going to matter, and that's whether or not we had a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. So I feel like my job here on this earth is to love Him, to serve Him with everything I've got, and to tell as many people as I can about Him through my music. And that's the only thing that really matters to me. So this song for me is Galatians 1:10 wrapped up in a song. Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? Because if I were trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. That's my life verse, and this is really my life song.
Lord, it's only You. It's only